Why, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today we are going to go over a little bit of stuff with the new Kingdoms Fellowship update. They did a big Fellowship update thing with some buff differences for Fellowships, especially in the Kingdoms game mode, which is obviously one of the more popular game modes because it's pretty darn awesome. So let me just go through it with you here real quick right now. I'm going to balance out the sound there a little bit for us. So if you open up our Kingdoms tab here at the bottom, we still have our design here of normal, of how everything is. Now, first thing that I really would like, and they haven't done this yet, and I keep saying it, so listen up, RiseToWar game. This help tab, I would love it if you would put an option of that help tab being out here. So like maybe, let's say right where my bubble head is, right here. Okay? Help tab. All right, so again, we do guide videos for this game too, and Lord of the Rings Online and other Lord of the Rings games like this. But I would highly recommend that they put that there, just so you don't have to open up this every single time, whether it be the Fellowship tab or the Kingdom Fellowship tab, depending on what game mode you're in, right, to work on it and do that. It just gets a little bit tedious to have to open it up, go into help, click help, go back out every single time there's a help request. Or, you know, sometimes they leave a little bubble right here, right above the, if you can see where my tap is right there, above that. But, you know, it would be really nice if they just maybe it would show up right here, even above the Kingdoms tab or the Fellowship tab, whichever one you're in. So anyway, that's one thing that I just really like. But let's go talk about the actual thing. I want to talk about boosts, okay? So basically, and these are something that helps your whole kingdom. No, they're not paid for things. Boosts, I know these day and age for any phone game, people are like, is that a paid thing? No, this is something. Boosts are basically things that your kingdom gets, or your fellowship, depending on how many people have taken tiles. It's not something pay to win, it's just something. But we're going to talk about one thing, that why this new system is actually better and more helpful for free-to-play players in RiseToWar. It's very nice. So let's talk about a few things here real quick on it, okay? So normally, if you remember, basically there was a tab where everybody who took 200 tiles, everybody would get, for every 200 tile and up, you'd give resources to the rest of your fellowship, okay, that you're in, whether that be a kingdom or a fellowship. Now, they've basically done it where they've removed that, right? Because really in the first 24 hours, usually a lot of the bigger, huge groups that are like whale groups, right, they will take up all the 200 tiles real quick, and suddenly everyone else in their group that maybe isn't a whale player, meaning they spent a lot of money or something, they're just free-to-play players, they're all getting bonuses because these big guys took 200 tiles in the first 24 hours, where normally it's like 2 or 3 days before everyone is taking a 200 tile, right? Well, basically they took that away because I think they wanted to make it a little more balanced early on, so it's not so pay to win, right? That these people that have really strong commanders, when they get 200 tiles, and now they're helping everybody else in their fellowship. But they still want to be rewarding to those people and to everyone for helping in the fellowship. So now the goal is how when you level up. So if you remember, as you invite people and as you do stuff, your fellowship actually levels up. So we have here at the top, right next to my face, level 1, 3, 5, 7. These are the certain like points you have to reach in your fellowship level up to get these bonuses, okay? So we have win solution. Fellowship members can help each other right off the bat, right? Construct things. That's the normal thing, helping people. We just talked about at the beginning of the video, helping people, right? The next thing is, this is huge. Level 3 and 5, you get 40 extra members off the bat. So if you remember, you really only got like, I think it's like 10 slots per level. So you had to be like level like 12, and then you'd have like 120 slots, or I mean, not that much, not even that much, excuse me, like 80 something, because you can have up to 100 in a fellowship. But now they basically made it, you're gonna have at level 3 and 5, you're gonna have plus 40, plus 80. Okay, I don't remember off the bat how much you start with right now. I'm assuming it's like 10, but so basically, you can almost have a full fellowship right off the bat in the first 5 levels. That makes it a little nicer so people aren't waiting so long to get into the fellowship. That was really annoying. So great quality of life update. So good job to them. That's something that I would have definitely wanted them to do. I think I might have said it in the past, so good job. Then you get 7, the store. Unlocks the fellowship store to purchase items with fellowship contributes. Cool. There's a new thing about the store. I'm going to do a separate video. We're going to talk about the store in a separate video because I want to make these quick and small updates for RiseToWar here. Then you can construct your first fortress, level 9. I believe that's earlier than the previous one, but I can't off the top of my head remember that. I have to go back and double check myself. Then at level 11, you're going to now get plus 1,000 iron and 1,000 wood production an hour, and this is for everyone in the Fellowship. So this is where you start getting those buffs, those bonuses, right? So instead of getting them from the 200 tiles now you're going to be getting them through these buffs as you level your Fellowship, which I think is a much better way to do it. So I really approve of what they've done here. Gain production again, and then these two at level 13. Level 15, you're going to gain plus 3,000 an hour of all resources. So at 13 you're going to have 1,000 of each one, and then at level 15 you're going to have 3,000 more. So that means in total you'll have 4,000 of all resources coming in extra by level 15 your Fellowship. That's kind of huge. That's like really awesome. So now if we go through the rest of this, that's a lot of resources. Altar construction, max altars. So there's a new thing with altars. We're going to talk about that in a separate video to go in, but basically they've done a new thing with altars and also with the fountains, water wells that you capture. I can't think of the name right now. Oh my gosh. There it is. Well construction. That's it. The wells, right? And the altars are the uncanny things, right? I believe. So there's a whole new thing with that. Level 19, we get another fortress. Again, more resources, 3,000 of each an hour at level 25. Level 27, another 3,000. So now we've got what? A total of 3, 6, 9, 10. At this point, at level 27, you have 10,000 plus resources of all 4 resources an hour, which is kind of crazy, actually. It's really good. Again, more of the well construction altar thing. We're going to talk about that more in a different video. So basically what they've done with that is they've made it where there is a more in Fellowships capturing those and using those. All right, we'll talk about that more, again, like I said, in a separate video. We're going to mainly talk about the boosts here in this video. Again, another 5,000 at level 33. So now we're at what, 15,000 of all resources coming in? That's kind of crazy. Again, that's about how much you would have. It's the same as what you probably would have maxed as people taking 200 tiles, I think is the idea. So it's going to be about the same amount there. Again, constructions of those again. And then at 45, you'll get your 5th fortress. You can donate, which is an interesting thing. I did not realize that you can donate gold to upgrade that. Interesting. So once you hit level 45, you actually have to donate stuff to do it. So let's do it. Let's do a donation here. Boop, boop. So we're donating gold. And it looks like that donation gives you the points for you to use in the store, which are the points you also get for helping. Another way to help get points. That's great. You know what this reminds me a lot of this tree? I used to play a game called Kings of Avalon. I still do sometimes. But I like RiseToWar a lot better. No offense, Kings of Avalon, but I like RiseToWar a lot better. But this tree is very similar to the way they do their tech tree. So once you get to the level from your Fellowship, then you have to donate. See that 50,000, what, 5,800, excuse me. I don't know why texts are coming through when I have Do Not Disturb on. And 20,000. So you can keep just donating. I wonder if there's a limit. Is there a limit to how much you can donate per day? Yes, there is. Insufficient. Oh, there it is at the bottom. Right there at the bottom. See? Donation attempts. 0 out of 20. I can do it. So cool. So you want to come on here and do that daily. Again, I like it that it's gold. It's not like gems or something. It'd be really dumb if it was gems. Could be very pay to win, right? That's the currency, real money. The gold is something you earn in game for free. Okay, that's in-game money. So again, good. I like they did that. And then the last one, you get another 5,000. So at the end, you're getting what, 20,000 bonus resources, which is kind of crazy. This is still here. Significant bonuses from structures. That's the same as previous. We could talk about this again in the future if you'd like to, but this is the same as it used to be. So pretty much we just want to talk about boosts today and the new Fellowship leveling system. All right. So again, we'll talk about some other things in the next ones. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. Baruch Kazad Kuzare menu. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you to my Patreons for their support. And I will see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. And I like what RiseToWar is doing. They're doing some cool things. I like to see the bonuses and that they're trying to balance things to be more so it doesn't make things as pay to win, right? So that people who are free to play want to play and play the game for fun with a group. It's a little easier and not quite as, if you paid a lot of money, you're going to have a way bigger advantage in that first 24 hours. I like that little balancing there. They've got that. Again, of course, people are going to have that's how phone games work in this way. They're going to get a bonus, obviously, for paying more money into the game. But to make it where you can still have fun, free-to-play people can play and enjoy themselves and still not feel like they're just getting crushed from that, I like that. I like that balancing. So good on RiseToWar. Keep that up. RiseToWar, keep doing that. Don't go into any of the other phone game stuff that just... Yeah, and one thing, Kings of Avalon, for me, it felt really at a certain point, that other game, I just felt like I couldn't advance as free-to-play. RiseToWar, I feel like I can always keep advancing as long as you're on daily, opening those free boxes and stuff. So that's good. That's good. All right, guys. See you in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. And Baruch Kazad, Kuzad, I bet you. See ya.